Coming up next, I'm giving y'all Jimmy the Jacker's final prison story. Stay tuned to the JSK Prison Talk Show.
It's JS Corner from the prison story massacres. I be telling stories about the pushers and the traffickers, trying to keep the YNs away from the bandits. Don't eat the honey bun, don't drink the coke, don't become another victim or the butt of a joke.
Please stop, please stop. Oh, please. Keep on jacking Jimmy. Oh, keep on jacking Jimmy. Oh, stop. Jack. What up? We are back. Who am I? Jersey Street Corner, and this is the Prison Talk Show, people. So let's get into it. Alright, now, I know y'all heard of Jimmy the Jacker before. If you haven't, I will put a card up top related to the last video I mentioned, Jimmy the Jacker. Now, for those of you that do remember the heinous crimes that Jimmy the Jacker has already committed on the streets and within the prison systems, y'all already know this man is diabolical. So, this story takes place well after his time in lockup after the visit hall incident. And again, people, you're going to have to go back and watch that part to tell, exactly what I'm talking about. And if you want to, you can go all the way back and find the original introduction of Jimmy the Jacker to hear his original story. Nevertheless, let's go. Now, once they reintroduced Jimmy the Jacker back into population, although time has passed, still the same inmates are still there. You might have had one or two jokers get shipped out or go to lockup for this and that, but for the most part, wherever you go in the prison, the same inmates are still there. And nobody forgets anything. We ain't got nothing but time on our hands. We ain't got nothing to do but remember anybody we deem disrespectful. So one day when we cross paths, it's on and popping. Y'all already know the vibes. So, Jimmy the Jacker is set free in a sense. Free into population. They put him in a new pod where supposedly nobody knows his name. This ain't Cheers, sucker. But that ain't the case. Everybody know his name. He might as well have been Sam behind the bar. Because everybody know his damn name. That's the dude. That's the dude right there that was jacking in the visit hall. Say word. Word. Oh my gosh, we gonna get him. Immediately, you looking like fresh meat. To people that know your status, your crimes are this close to being Chomo status. And well, you're going to have to pay for that. You will pay in the most egregious way possible. You're going to get man, listen, they're going to extort the hell out of you. They're going to extort you until it ain't nothing to take no more. And when it ain't nothing to take no more, they're going to find something else to take. And that's where you determine whether you're going to man up or punk out. Now, believe it or not, this guy had no idea he was being targeted. He had no idea. He thought the little bit of time he did in lockup for the last incident, people forgot, and he'd be good. So, long story short, they put him in a new pod, put him in a cell with a guy named Lockdown Larry. Lockdown Larry, he was different, y'all. And we're going to get to that. But let's just say Lockdown Larry was notorious for the sleepwalk. He was known for sleepwalking cellmates. Everybody else knew the game and they knew not to fall for it. But Lockdown Larry, he lived by a different code. He gonna do what you let him do. If you know, you know. So, Lockdown Larry, he would get you in that cell. And depending on how you answer his questions would be depending, how he approached you. And it's just like a pit bull could sense fear. If he could smell and sense that you a scared little boy, he gonna take full advantage. And probably end up doing whatever the hell he want to. Or making you do whatever the hell he want to. Have you clean the whole cell every day. Like you a maid or something. Have you cleaning his laundry every day. Making his bed. All that. Yeah. Lockdown Larry was like the Freddy Krueger of prison. The things that inmates only dream of, but never really happen. So, imagine being in a cell with Lockdown Larry, and you just want to close your eyes and get a little sleep. You want a top bunk. But all you could think about every time you close your eyes is Lockdown Larry standing up over you, smiling, telling you, I ain't give you permission to close your eyes yet. And you just sitting there baffled. Like, what the fuck? What the hell am I thinking about? Lockdown Larry, when those cell doors closed, supposedly the mental torture that he put his cellmates through, the scare tactics that he used on his cellmates to drive them damn near insane was diabolical. Now, there's no actual factual proof that Lockdown Larry ever did anything to any of those cellmates. Now, that could be because they were so scared they wouldn't open their mouth to dare snitch on him, or because nothing really happened. I don't know, people, but supposedly he would never let any of the cellmates go to the bathroom by themselves. He insisted on watching, and he told them is to make sure they're not trying no funny stuff, pulling no blades out trying to get him while he's sleeping. Nothing. That was his excuse for telling a grown man you gotta watch him piss and sit down and go to the toilet. So when that white sheet went up, there went Lockdown Larry right under the white sheet. Hey man, I told you need to give me a heads up. I need to see your hands every minute of the shit. You pissing? Keep them up on the wall. Learn how to aim. Yeah, Lockdown Larry was a monster, y'all. This guy was the type of guy that would creep up over your shoulder and ask you a crazy question. Like, what time you want to do this? And then just walk off. And you'd be like, what time? Do what? And Lockdown Larry just smiled. Keep it moving. Now, to a new inmate, that would be horrifying. To a seasoned vet, you would already know, you would already know you would have probably been back in lockup. Because for a seasoned vet would have, been through hands the first time he disrespected. But now, a guy like Jimmy, he's neither seasoned nor new. He's what you would call, I guess, an accident. This guy has been thrown to the wolves because of his actions. And don't get me wrong, his actions as a creep definitely warrant everything that comes his way. But sometimes the punishment can be way harsher than the actual crime. Remember, y'all, Jimmy's just a jacker. Although it may be disgusting, Jimmy is just a jacker. Whether it be jacking to somebody's wife, or mom, or sister, or auntie, or cousin, whatever the case is, Jimmy was just a jacker. But somewhere down the line, Jimmy's wires got crossed. And I guess maybe after the beatdown he caught for jacking in the visit hall, he changed his ways. And I don't know if it was for better or not. But the word is, Jimmy stopped jacking at females and started jacking at inmates. Yeah, y'all. So now this man has a reputation for not only jacking at people's loved ones' pictures and family members in the visit hall, but the rumor is he's been caught jacking to one of his inmates, cellmates, while they were sleeping. To the point where he pretty much finished in everything and had to go running to cover himself up. That's how he got caught. Now, Jimmy the Jacker, he done been moved all over the prison. Warden don't know what the hell to do with him. If Jimmy gets into another fight or another incident, they're going to be forced to put him in lockdown, 23-1, for good. That's it. Protective custody. You getting them trays through that slot, my boy. Now, Jimmy knows he's facing that future. And there's pretty much nothing he can do about it. You did what you did to end up in prison, Jimmy. So now you have to face the consequences of prison justice. Larry Lockdown got him in that cell. And he told him straight like this: I saw you with them cops earlier today. I don't know what you're trying to pull, but it ain't gonna work around here. Around here, you mine. He picked him up by his neck and started shaking him like a piñata. Whatever you got is mine. Whatever I want is mine. That's what he told him. He let him back down. Tossed him on the ground, gasping for air. Now, Jimmy had no idea, y'all, that everybody in the prison was in on his prison justice. And it's sad to say that, yeah, I know a lot of people might have loved ones that have went to prison for crazy crimes, diabolical crimes involving children and different other terrible acts. And I know y'all say there should be some level of sympathy and remorse and allowing this person to get better and this and that. But the vast majority of the world does not feel the same way. When you perform one of these heinous acts that end up on Law and Order SVU, it's over for you in prison. When you get labeled as a jacker or a chomo, it's over for you in prison. But to have the audacity to jack to your own cellmate, a man, and think you're going to get away with that? Nah, not at all. Now, the reason I said it was a setup in the first place is because Larry Lockdown was known to be one of the most violent inmates in the prison. He was also known to take cheeks from his cellmates at any given time. He just decided, well, it's just that time. And that's how come his cell was normally empty. They kept his cell open as a punishment cell. They kept his cell open for chomos and jackers and people just like Jimmy. And well, let me take these glasses off because this is about to get serious. People like Jimmy that like to jack, people that like to take advantage of other people, well, sometimes they get a dose of their own medicine in prison, y'all. And that's just the way the cards fall. The warden, the COs, they know what's going on in there. They are in charge of placing chomos where they go. They don't have to put them in protective custody units. They don't have to put them on chomo blocks. They can mix them in regular, with everybody else. So you get in the population and your paperwork comes back hitting hard, that, oh yeah, use a chomo. Chances are you getting dealt with ASAP. Now, I knew from the rip that, well, Jimmy wasn't going to stand a chance. If Jimmy was going to go ahead and the jack, well, he was going to get the worst. Now, I guess we can speed this on up because it's pretty inevitable. Y'all know what happened to Jimmy. He couldn't help himself. Late night, I think like 2, maybe 3 in the morning, Jimmy got his ass off that top bunk, got down, and started jacking away. He all the way over there in the corner in the shadow. He thinking that Larry Lockdown don't see him. But Larry Lockdown is faking, y'all. He's not even asleep. He's been waiting up all night for his chance to get at Jimmy. Now, he waited for Jimmy to get in full swing, y'all. Full jack mode. Pants down to his ankles. Ass naked over there in the corner. Just going to town. Now, he was so into it, he didn't notice Larry Lockdown slowly getting out of that bed. And I told y'all, Jimmy was already ass naked. Before he knew it, Larry Lockdown had grabbed him by his throat again, y'all. And he said one thing. Supposedly, he said one thing. You gonna get what you was looking for, Jimmy. You gonna get exactly what you came looking for. And supposedly, he turned him around and brutally raped him over and over again. And told Jimmy, keep on jacking, Jimmy. Keep on jacking. So he made Jimmy keep jacking while he was doing it. He said, yeah, you gonna enjoy this one, Jimmy. This gonna be the best jack you ever had, Jimmy. And it's gonna be your last jack. He kept drilling homeboy until he passed out. Jimmy passed out, I guess, from the pain. Jimmy ain't never been drilled like that before. Larry Lockdown was a pro addict. And he ain't take no prisoners. If you came in there throwing that thing around, he was going to take it and he was going to make you punish. He was going to make you wish you never came to prison. Because the punishment he's administering is out of this world, people. Now, I don't personally know, of course, obviously, but the word gets around prison. There's a couple of jokers that done ran into Larry Lockdown that say they so scared of this man Not only will they not tell on him, but they don't want no parts of him. They don't even look him eye to eye because they're afraid of what he might do. So I know after this night, well, this was the last night that Jimmy ever jacked again to another inmate. And I'm pretty damn certain of that. Because after this night, well, his life was just like a revolving door. And when I say that, I mean a revolving back door as far as, you know, what was going on with his situation at Larry Lockdown. Larry Lockdown locked him down every night and revolved that back door. Damn shame, y'all. Jimmy the Jacker got his cheeks took over being a slime ball. Alright, listen. That's going to be it for this story, y'all. I really hope you liked it. I hope you got something out of it. Stay your ass out of prison, if anything. This is the Jersey Street Corner Prison Talk Show. I am your boy, Jersey Street Corner, and I'm out.
Corner from the prison story massacres. I be telling stories about the pushers and the traffickers, trying to keep the YNs away from the bandits. Don't eat the honey bun, don't drink the coke, don't become another victim or the butt of a joke. Don't close both eyes when you sleep or get choked. When you go to the mess hall, sit with your team, cause if you sit with some punk boy, you can get seen, then you can get dealt with. Prison justice like you never felt it. I be taking y'all back to stories of the helpless. That lava I spit, get your boys' stories melted. I spit about prison justice cause I dealt it. And you a real hater if you can't respect it. All that bullshit, yeah, I'm here to check that. Any confrontation, I'ma show up. Bet that. You a real hater, I'm here to address that. When